Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Victoria DL here. I'm part of Tonic Studios design team here in the UK, and welcome to anybody that's never been here before, and welcome to everybody that does know me. Today I want to share with you a stamp club, and I've put my dies on a magnetic sheet just for easiness, but yours will come on a plastic sheet. And as usual with a stamp club, you get a sheet of stamps and you also get a sheet of dies that will cut some of the stamps out, and there's also some dies here that work independently. So let's have a little look, shall we? So I'm going to take, I can't really take the film off, can I, without the glare, but I'm hoping you're not going to get the glare. No. Let me see if I can. I say that every time. Let me find a piece of card, and the craft room is filled with card. Right, so here we go. I think you'll be able to see that without the glare. You've got sending warm hugs, holiday hugs. You've got chilling with my Snowmies, which I absolutely adore that. Hey Snowmie. And then you've got can't wait to, and then you can add on here. Thank you so much, as in snow much. And then we've got chill with you this holiday season. I'm so glad to get to, and then obviously you can fill all the bits in. I wish I could, and you are so much fun. You got some stars here. You've got two little snowmen on the sleigh, and then you've got them there as if they're carol singing. You've also got some little snowflakes, and you've got the two trees. Now, the trees do fit inside these dies. So once you've stamped them, you can cut them out, and you're left with that lovely fine border around the edge there. So that's that die and that die there. So they cut the two trees. You've also got some snowflakes that will cut out, just a couple here and there. And then you have a die to cut the snowmen out there. So if we turn that round, you'll see that cuts those out. And then we also have another die that cuts the sleigh there with the snowmen in. So those are the dies that cut out your bits and pieces from your stamps. And then on your stamp set, you also have Build a Snowman. Now I've got a couple of these made up. I've got the man snowman there, and you can see he has a top hat, and it has a little you know, a little bit of a rim and a trim on his hat there. So there's a little die there for his trim on his hat. And then he's got mittens, there's mittens there. You've got different scarves, there's different noses. There's a die there for all the buttons that go down his front. So that's him. And then you've got this, so I've called this Mrs. Snowman, Mrs. Snow Person, I should say. And we've decorated her in pink, and we've given her the earmuffs. So that's the band that goes across the top there. And then you've got some fluffy little, let me find it, some fluffy little side pieces that go here. Excuse me. And then the same different pieces here and there. So that's Mrs. Snow Person. And then we have the baby snow person. So we've just done the two layers there, because that's the body and that's the face. And then there's a lovely little bobble hat there, and there's another little die. Let me see where it is. There it is, that one there, and I've used that for the top of the hat there. You've also got the arms, different carrots for the nose, you've got stars, you've got clouds, If you're wondering what these are the ribbons to go across your parcels. So you can have a parcel like that, and let me find it, there's a little bow. You put the little bow on your parcel, and then there's a square parcel there, so there's a little square parcel, and again that's your little ribbon on your parcel. So, and then there's some little mugs of coffee that you could put in their hand as if they were having a drink outside because it's a bit chilly. So there's lots and lots of dies there to get you going. The stamps, wow, I've absolutely fell in love with the stamps. So let's put those pieces to one side, out of the way. There also will be available this stencil, and oh, it's a handy little stencil, I've got to say, because you've got all the snowflake design there, which is so pretty, and then you have the snowfall. So this is really handy to put on the top portion of your card, falling, cascading down. So that'll be really useful. So that will also be available from Tonic. So without further ado, I have cut out a tree, and I'm just basically going to show you how I coloured my tree. So I've used Aquaflows. As you know, I do like to use Aquaflows when I'm colouring, and they're very forgiving, and if you make a mistake you can kind of water it out. So I'm using some of this beautiful evergreen fern. I'm also going to be using this fresh green. So I'm just putting a little bit in the bottom of my stamping acrylic block there. And then I'm going to use some of this sliced kiwi. So let's pull him off there. And I'm just going to squeeze a bit into there. Out you come. There we go. Okay, and I've got my water to hand and some tissue. And I always make sure I wet my brush, take the excess water off, and I'm going to pick that darkest green up, and I'm going to apply the darkest green to the tip of the tree. I'm going to rinse my brush, take the excess off, and then I'm going to go in with the next shade of green, and I'm going to blend that into the bottom of that other colour. Okay, then I'm going to go in with that kiwi, the lightest green, and I'm going to blend that out. So you've got that three-tonal colour, and you can go back and you can add a little bit darker again at the top if you want to, and blend that down. And we just keep going like that until we've coloured the tree in. This is how I do it, but you'll have your own way. We all have our own way, and no way is a wrong way, right way. It's whatever you're comfortable with. So I'm just going to go ahead and colour this in a little bit, and then we'll put a card together, or maybe two. So as you can see, you get that grade of colour. Now you're going to spend a lot longer on yours than I am on this. Okay. And I get that middle tone, and I blend that colour out so it's not as harsh. Kiwi, and blend that out. I'll do one more layer, and then we'll put the card together. Like I say, you can go back in, add a little bit more shade, and I would do that if I was spending a little bit more time on it, because I can sit and faff like this for all evening. So we blend that out, and then we add that kiwi. I love that kiwi colour. And if you want to blend more of that out and bring it down, just go over the whole colour and bring that down. Okay, so that's how I've coloured my trees. So put that to one side now. Put that there to dry. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I have cut a tag card from our tags that Tonic have, and I've cut that in black. Cut two the same, and then I've put a score line in the back part of the card to make a card shape. I've then drawn inside the die to get that white layer there, which I've inked up with a blending sponge and used a very light shade of ink around the edge there. So I'm going to put some foam pads on this. There we go. You have to excuse my plaster. I had an argument with a pair of scissors earlier. Not a pretty sight. I was wondering whether the scissors were sharp or they needed a new pair, and the answer is no, I don't need a new pair, they're sharp enough. So I'm going to place this now onto my card blank, and that gives us a layer to work on too. Now earlier on I coloured some trees, and I have 3 here. So I did 2 of the largest tree and a baby tree, and I kind of want these trees to come more or less like that on the card. Okay, I've also got a sentiment, and I've got these beautiful snowmen on their sledge, all coloured in, all with aquaflows, just like you saw me doing there, just taking my time. And I know you don't want to watch me colouring and colouring, so I'll get my glue and we'll put these down. So I'm going to put some wet adhesive onto my tree there. I'm going to have one there floating, but you're not going to see it floating. And then I'm going to put some glue. I don't actually want that. Picked the wrong one up, so bear with me. There we go. There we go. So using the deluxe adhesive as always, and then I'm going to put that just slightly lower, not much, but just slightly, and I'm going to glue that flat as well. And as you can see, I'm going to bring that sleigh just down like that. So I'm going to put the glue on to the back of there, and I'm just going to bring that to about there, and the edge of the sleigh will hide that that is floating, and it'll just look like a little tree in the distance. And then I'm going to put some foam pads onto the sleigh, So we'll get some more of those. And we're just going to cut those to size. Excuse me. Oh dear. There we go. So I'm just going to put that onto the back there. And then a little one there, and a little slither of one just on that little bit there. So I'm going to put that on there. So we're going to put them at a slight angle and cover the fact that that tree is floating. And then I have a sentiment here that says, "Hey Snowmy." And what we've done is we've taken some black card, we've used the clear marking pad from Nuvo, from Tonic, and we've inked our stamp up on the acrylic block, and then we've heat embossed using some white embossing powder from Tonic Studios. And we're just going to have that sentiment about there, I'd say. Push a bit at the bottom. Oh, decisions there at the top. I think the top. And shall we have it on foam pads? Yes, we will. So indecisive this evening. Dear me. I feel a bit rusty. I've been away from you guys for a while. I've had a little break. And just getting back into the swing of things again. Only for 3 weeks or so. But had some jobs done around the house, so I had to take a bit of time off. Right, so we're going to put that just about there, and I'm just going to have one random snowflake fall there, and that I think would make a beautiful tag for a Christmas gift. Excuse me, put a hole here, thread some red ribbon through, and that would be a beautiful tag for a Christmas present or to match a card. So we're going to put that to one side because I've got another card here I want to put together. So, right, there we go. So I've got a 6 1/4 inch card here, and a black layer, a 6 inch square, and then a layer there in, it was white. And what I've done, I've gone in with 2 different inks and a blending sponge, and I've inked the whole card. And then using the stencil that I told you about, we've used this portion here with the snowfall, and then what we've used is the Nuvo Glacier paste, okay, and we've used this beautiful winter white. Now this was one that I've had in a kit, so if you're a kit subscriber, you've probably got one of these. Obviously we do it in the larger containers, fantastic for Christmas cards, and as it says in the title, winter white, perfect for Christmas cards. And you get this beautiful silvery glistening sky in the snowfall there. So that's what we've used, and all I did is I placed the stencil down, put the paste through using a spatula, and then I've let it dry, and it doesn't take long to dry. And then I've moved the stencil across and done the bit there. So you could do a whole card with that if you moved it around, and the same with the snowflake. So that's what we've used there. And I've done that ahead of time so that it's dry so we can put the card together. So I'm going to put some wet adhesive onto the back of this, and then I'm going to place it onto the black layer. So we bring that down and put that one on there. There we go. So make sure it's completely down. There we go. And excuse me, I've got a runny nose now because I've been sneezing, so excuse me. Oh dear. Right, and we'll put some foam pads on the back here. It's typical, isn't it? The minute you come on to do a video, you've got the sniffles and you want to sneeze. Right, so put another 3 across there because I don't want it to dip. And let's take the backs off those. But you can have so much fun with this stamp set. It's absolutely adorable. And if you have bought our snow globes that we had recently from Tonic, you can create your own scenes inside the snow globe using this stamp club. So that's another good thing if you've got the snow globe. Right, so place him down there. So now we've got something to work on too. So for this one, I stamped with the Nuvo Black Hybrid ink, and I stamped the Thank You Snow Much, and I've then cut a layer in black and we're going to glue those together. So put that on there. And we're going to put some foam pads onto the back of the banner. Okay, so we'll cut some of those. There we go. Excuse me, runny nose. There we go. So I'm going to have this just at the bottom of my card, around about there. Okay. So again, I've cut some of the trees because I absolutely fell in love with these trees. I think they're beautiful. And I'm going to put those there. I'm going to put a third one there. And then I've got 2 baby ones that are going to go here and here. Okay. They're just going to tuck in. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to put some wet adhesive on the bottom and put him round about there. I don't know why I'm calling a tree a him, but there we go. And then again, put some glue underneath, and we're going to have that one there. So basically they're touching each other in the middle there, so you know roughly where you're going to have them. So they have them the same height. And then this larger one we're going to have a little bit higher, So again, it'll look like it's floating until we actually put the last pieces in place. So we're going to have this one about there. I'd say about there. Yeah, about there. Okay, just make sure that's all stuck down there. And then we're going to have these little ones here on each side. So I'm just going to check. Yeah. So I'm going to have these on foam pads. Okay. So one on that one on that one, and then some foam pads onto my little snow people. I don't know whether it's, do we say snowmen anymore? I'm not sure. They're snowmen to me, but there we go. And then we're going to put this tree around about there, and this one around about there, and just press those down a bit. They're not quite down. And then we've got these lovely snowmen coloured in. So we've got Mummy, Daddy and the little fella there, and again all coloured in with Aquaflows. But you could use the alcohol markers, you could use our Nouveau blending pens, water pencils, whatever you want to use. And then this little guy is going to go just overhanging the sentiment there. I'm going to stick that down, and then we've got 3 of those lovely snowflakes cut in our iridescent rainbow card, and I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of my hand and pick the glue up there. We'll have one there, hold that one down, and a bit more glue there. We'll have another one there, and the last one. Shall we have it on the tree, or no, we'll have it there. There we go. And then buff that up a little bit so we get a bit of tissue there, and just buff that memory card up. Get any excess glue off. And there is a beautiful, cheerful, we took that little bit of a foam pad in there. There we go. Beautiful, cheerful card. So we've got 2 gorgeous cards there, or a card and a gift tag for your present. And they're just so much fun to create with. Get all your inks out, get all your spritzers and your sprays and your shimmer powders, make some nice backgrounds with your shimmer powders, and you could really go to town. So I'd just like to say thanks very much for joining me today for the Snowmies Stamp Club. And if you'd like to purchase through my links, that'll be in the description, then you know, feel free. If not, you could go straight to Tonic and buy from there if you wish. And thanks very much for your company today, and I hope to see you all again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.